All right, welcome to Back of the Room. My guest today, the stand-up comedian, host of the Casually Mollie podcast, and my wife, Mollie Amburgey Day. What's up, babe?
Well, such good credits. Thank you for the good intro.
Yeah, you're
I'm
welcome.
doing well. How about yourself?
Doing good. It was hot today, hot as shit.
It was hot today, but I stayed in the AC today. So,
Everybody should have.
yeah. What were you doing?
I mean, I was just out and about for work, but
Oh, out and about.
you know.
Okay. Sounds good.
I got a new policy for St. Louis. If it's over 100 degrees, nobody works
Okay.
outside. If you got a job inside, you might still have to work, but you can't work outside.
That's actually, I agree with you. That is very fair. Very safe for
Yeah.
our construction workers and firefighters and, all the things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, what's been going on?
I love that
We
you
see
ask
each
if
other.
we don't ever see
we
each
see
other.
we see each other quite a bit, you know.
I know.
So
Well, here's what's been going on. From my perspective, I'm sure you maybe have talked about this on other episodes. First of all, thanks for having me. I know I'm probably
Yeah,
not as
thanks.
cool
no, thanks for being
as
here.
all the bros that you've been having on, but I loved Angela Smith. She was great. But yeah, no, basically Jimmy and I, from my perspective, we've been working on our house. We have this lovely house from 1890 and we are
Lovely.
restoring it. Oh, don't be, we all age and, have character and,
Well, this one is about to die. If it'd be
no.
dead for 40 years. I
But
think.
we're
If it was-
restoring it back to life.
Yeah.
And, I've been really proud of myself that I've been able to help along with our unofficial employee, Spencer Tegmeyer, which was
Yeah.
great.
Shout out to Spencer. Thanks
Shout
for
out
the
to
help.
Spencer. Yeah. But it's just, it's been really cool learning about that. And of course, I've been working on my own comedy endeavors. We just had This Is Casually Happening. Just for the summer, I was like, we've been having a lower turnout during the midweek just because everybody's been busy. But it seems on Sundays, people are having a great time. So we've been doing the casual comedy open mic on the second Sundays of the month. And then we've been doing the This Is Casually Happening comedy showcase on the last. So it's been really coming together. Just a lot of fun shows, as you will know.
Yeah.
And of course, just married life. And now this
Yeah.
podcast and this fish tank, really. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure you check out Mollie's shows at the Golden Hoosier if you're in St. Louis.
Mhm.
I think Sunday's the right move.
Yeah.
You got more time and people
Well, I
coming
think
out. It
too,
seems like it's
yeah.
working out well.
It's like a Sunday fun day is what I kind of think of it as, is like, because, and we've done the same here. Like even when you produce shows like at clubs, like, the Funny Bone, which like was great that you're able to do the podcast here. It's cool that even when they have like slower days like Sundays or Thursdays or even Tuesdays, they allow us to use the space, which is great. So I'm just really happy that the Golden Hoosier's been so good to us for the past, 3.5 years, and it's great.
Yeah. It's going good. Back to the house for a second.
Oh God.
It's from 1890. It's old
Yeah.
as shit.
Yes.
It'll be cool if we eventually ever get it done.
It really will. It's just, the difference between you and me is that I see the bigger picture and you're like,
Oh, I see the bigger picture
Yeah.
too, but I see no end in sight of when it's going to
there's
be done.
going to be an
It's the problem.
end, but you can't just be like, this sucks. Like you just
Oh,
gotta,
I can do that too. But I do have some ideas for some features that
Oh,
we could
no.
add that I'm going to throw by you.
Oh, great. And of course, this is on camera.
Yeah.
This is great. Can't wait.
We could do a water slide from the balcony
I knew
into
this
a
was
hot
coming.
tub.
I knew this was coming. What is it with you and water slides and hot tubs? It is ridiculous.
They're awesome.
I feel like we could just go to a resort and I could have a drink and we could go do that. So, or you could have a
Okay.
drink too. So,
This one's more reasonable.
oh God, define
Um,
reasonable.
fireman's pole. First floor to the second floor.
My God, no thanks. But I think we're good on that.
Or even more reasonable, mini elevator.
Oh, I do kind of like the idea of a mini elevator because my friend Christine
Uh-huh.
from, I've known her since middle school. When her parents bought, so I remember we went to their house, my friend Christine, her parents bought this like very old house in Clifton, which is a neighborhood in Cincinnati, kind of where we live. It has a bunch of old houses as well. And it's right by a college, just like we're right by Lindenwood. It's very weird how very similar Tim and Renata's life, Christine's mom and stepdad are very similar to our situation where Jim is the Tim and I'm the Renata for sure. But yeah, it
They had
took
a cool
forever
house.
to like get that house together. But they remember they have that elevator
Mhm.
and it's like a handheld where you pull it up. But it's cool. We used to, that was like I'm sure there are pictures somewhere.
Like a dung waiter? Is that what it is?
Like,
A dumb
no,
waiter?
because like it's like
You
it's
could put a person in it?
You can put a person in it, but the ones I'm thinking of that you might be talking about are just like those old homes that have the like it's like it within the wall. Like this was open. Like
I
it had
gotcha.
remember it had like the gate, or not the gate, but like the little railing and you could go in. But it was still enclosed, but that was our fun. We would go sleep over at their house and go up and down the elevator. So I actually have some good memories for that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a maybe on the elevator.
But it took forever for that house to get to how it is too. And you saw it now. So see, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Uh-huh. One more.
Okay.
A recliner that reclines and shoots you through a tube into a bat cave.
Okay, first of all, why are we always in a tube or a slide? And then the obsession
It was
with
on Batman. It was pretty awesome.
I know, but Batman's the only superhero, babe, that has no superpowers. He just has tools and cars.
Yeah, that means I could do it if I really applied myself and got really rich. Then maybe I could become Batman one day.
Well, it's all right. If you become really rich, I'll still stay with you. But I don't know if we need to. I'd rather have like, what was it, Michael Keaton? Who was that? Was that him in the movie?
Yeah, he was the first one.
Yeah. Okay. That's there's.
He
so
might
many
have been.
different
He was the one with the
Batmans.
tube, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But you
pretty
and
good.
all the youngins. I laugh because there was this little boy I was talking to the other day at my day job, and he was just like, "My favorite superhero is Batman." I'm like, "Oh, so is my husband." So you and this 5-year-old, 35 and 5,
Sounds
baby,
like a cool kid.
on the same page. He is pretty cool. It's my boss's son, so.
Do you got any ideas for features or just floors and
so
regular
here's
things?
what at this point, if people have not seen what our house looks like, that's totally fine. But you can take a look at my Instagram at Mollie Amburgey, and there's literally a picture of me in dirt. And I thought it was cool because I'm like, wow, look at all this hard work we're going for. But I'm looking for the simplistic babe. I
Okay.
just want some floors. I want a kitchen island. I want some cabinets. I want a bathroom and a laundry room. So I can wash my clothes because I'm going to the laundromat and I'm not upset about it. But
It's not ideal. I know.
I do miss.
I miss it too. We gotta get on it.
Exactly.
All right.
Not
we'll
worried
get
about the
on
bat cave. You
Put
already
a-
have a cave. It's our whole
it.
garage.
We'll put a pin in the bat cave.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some comedy questions here.
Ooh, switching gears.
Yeah, I
Okay.
kind of ask everybody, the same general kind of questions, but you're gonna get some questions too. Where did you start doing comedy? It was in Cincinnati. I know some of these questions, but like, when was your first
No, actually.
official open mic or something?
Sure. Yeah. No, I think it's funny that you asked that because I don't even know if us of a couple have talked about that because I think, we both met through comedy, and it's easy when you're dating somebody in the St. Louis comedy scene because they know all the same places that you go to. But yeah, I actually threw like a fundraiser together because I needed to raise money for a play, and people said, "Oh, you're just really funny. You should just, And it was not, I would like to say these were not like well-written jokes. I just went on my glowing personality, but it was, I think it was called like the Village Players in Kentucky because Cincinnati is like right over the river from Kentucky. So Dana, as you know, my best friend and I from Cincinnati, we just like threw this fundraiser together, and it was like me, this other guy named Jim, and this other girl named Carrington, and we did like a comedy competition. And then I painted these jars. They were just like salsa jars that my mom had in the recycling bin. And we all had like somebody, like you would tip everybody and be like, whoever got the most tips, it like everything still went to getting the play produced, but that was the fundraiser. And I won the fundraiser. It was very cool. It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, yay. That was like technically my first open mic. But then the official open mic was Ron Finger actually reminded me of this. Because I thought it was the Improv Shop. He goes, no, I remember meeting you. You were used to be the Geselig.
Okay.
Do you remember that place in
Sounds
the Grove?
familiar.
It was called Comedy Here, was the like little organization that was run. I think Kelsey McClure was her name. And Michael Baltus, Gabby's husband, happened to see an advertisement for it in a bathroom and was like, hey, I know you're trying to break into the St. Louis comedy scene and meet people. You should try this open mic. And that's where I met Kate Barton. And it just like kind of just all came together. So like
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew some of that, but yeah, some of it was
new.
new.
Yeah.
I know a couple of these too, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Okay.
What's your Mount Rushmore of comedians? Your favorite comedians?
Well, if you're gonna say Nikki Glazer, you
Well, I
wouldn't be
knew that
wrong.
one. Yeah.
Nikki Glazer podcast is
Uh-huh.
my favorite. I love that. Well, I like a lot of people. I love Rachel Feinstein,
Mhm.
which I had that funny story how my cousin was like, "Oh, I actually grew up with her," and it was hysterical. I remember Danny, my cousin who lives in Greece. They're all like from my Italian side. They're all up in the Northeast, but he was saying the way he described it, he was like, "Oh, there's a comedian friend I had. She's kind of like semi-famous, which she talks about like in her
Mhm.
set that everybody describes her as that." And he literally did. I was like, "Oh, Danny." I was like, "Rachel Feinstein, she's like, a big name." But yeah, I love her. Natasha Leggero. Yeah, of course. I really like Tiffany Haddish as well too. I haven't seen her do
Okay.
a ton of stand up yet, but I loved her book. Amy Schumer. I mean, I could just go on, and of course, I like Jim Gaffigan, and
Yeah.
yeah. I don't have a ton of like, male comedians in my back pocket, but I do listen to a lot of female comedians just because
Well, you got
they really.
4 to 5 if you're good on that. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
We could just have a whole banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Is there any comedy advice you've heard from anybody that you liked
Comedy advice.
or that you didn't like?
No. Well, I feel like that's something I actually asked on my podcast, as you well know. I was like, what casual advice would you give? And there was a comic that was like, sometimes it's easier to be like, you could say like, oh, go on stage, write every day, like do all this stuff. But if you're producing shows, which is something that's very much in my element, as you and I both well know for my theater background, he was really big on pitching. And it was actually Alex Grubard who came through St. Louis. And again, he's from, the Northeast area and stuff in Philly. But it was just cool to hear that where it's like, you know what, sometimes, pitching out something new and trying something new, it can be a little bit out of your comfort zone, but trying it out is just like with comedy is your best bet to see what works and what doesn't. So,
Yeah, that's good advice too.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's keep it moving here.
Keep it moving. Oh my god.
Anything you want to talk about, or you just want to roll with the
This
the
is your
format
podcast,
here? I
babe.
know.
So I'm just here for the format.
Okay. It's pretty loose still, I'm still trying to figure out a format.
That's right.
I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently you said I'm not doing my reels right.
Because the reels. Okay, so
I don't like reels.
I would also like to say that this is a lesson that I also learned was when I was producing my podcast. I would always just upload, just like you would. You download the clip or the whatever, and you upload it to Instagram, and it would just be the rectangle. But when you do like the vertical long ways, it's more Instagram friendly and apparently more TikTok friendly, which I have to be better with TikTok because I am an Instagram girly and I'm more familiar with that. But yeah, you got to just get your reels a certain way and add captions. So that way people that maybe can't hear, which I can relate to because I don't have a ton of hearing in one ear. Sometimes it helps to read. So there you go.
Yeah, I need to work on it. But I'll take some tips from you, I guess.
I know. It's not like you can't see
me.
me.
I like the square better. I don't get it. It's like
but it's just the long ways.
they're going to long ways now.
And it makes it interesting to when you're talking to somebody because that way it transfers. It's like, all right, focus on Jimmy Day and then like focus on Mollie. And then so that way with the brain, it just works a little bit better. But yeah.
I'll try it out. I don't know. But you've been doing some yoga.
You say it like you've been doing some of that.
Yeah. What does I don't know anything about yoga. I know that it's stretching.
Sure. I haven't been in a couple of weeks just because I've been so busy. As you know, I had like a second job for a little bit this month. But yeah, so I like to go to Yoga 6 up the street. They just did a new grand reopening, so I think there might just be new ownership. So I got to get my pass. So that reminds me. Thank you. A lot of people, meaning my girlfriends, make fun of me because it's like in a hot room. And sometimes people are like, what a scam, like you're doing yoga and it could be fine if you're like not hot too. But for me, my mind has a tendency to wander a little bit. So having that hot yoga actually makes me focus more because I'm like, shoot, it's hot. I better get my head in the game. And, I like it though. It keeps me healthy and happy and
That's
in a
good.
good place. So, hey.
Do you know what namaste means?
So, I mean, I'm sure it means like peace be with you and also with you. So there you go.
Okay.
Catholic schoolgirl in me.
Maybe you
so.
should. Maybe I don't know. It could. I don't know what.
I
it
don't know
means.
the exact.
Don't they all say that?
But yeah, they do. They say namaste, and it's nice that it's just a nice greeting at the end of the class. Like thank you for taking it. But I've never really looked into the real meaning. But sometimes, like with language, and this just goes for anything. Even if you don't know exactly what somebody's saying, when you know what it comes from the heart and what it means,
I'm sure it's positive. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
We could Google it too.
You can Google it,
Yeah, you've been trying to get me to go, but I don't think it's
Well,
for
there's
me.
been men taking the class, so I want you to do a lot of things with me. I want you to do yoga with me and like dance with me and like read a book. Like
I can read, but I don't
well,
know
good.
about
I'm glad you're literate. Thank
do
you.
yoga or anything.
Just saying, there's these
But-
like dudes doing it, and they're like not as flexible, but they're really trying.
Well,
Here's the
that's
thing:
good, I guess,
perfection
but-
doesn't matter to me, but always putting effort and trying is better than nothing. So
okay. Well, I just want to let you and the world know that I've created a new exercise.
oh god,
It's called Broga,
oh no,
Yoga for Bros. And it turns out this episode is sponsored by Broga. So
oh great.
we're going to go to a quick ad for Broga. We'll be right back with more Back of the Room. What's up, bros? Are you tired of that girly stretching that your wives and girlfriends are always trying to make you do called yoga? Introducing Broga. Broga is performed at bars, YMCA gyms, and Buffalo Wild Wings. We don't drink water to rehydrate. We drink ice-cold beer. At Broga, we don't do downward-facing dog. We do standing man. With Broga, you'll learn moves like the vape pose. The standing beer chug. The, oh damn bro, I dropped my zins. And of course, starting the lawnmower. Broga. Yoga for bros. Bro. All right, we're back. Sitting here with Mollie Amburgey Day. We've been married like 10 months now. It's pretty new. We're newlyweds.
Okay.
So I thought we'd do the newlywed game. See
oh boy.
how much we know about each other.
I'm gonna be so bad at this, but okay. I'm not good at games.
Gonna do great, I'm sure. So you guys all know the newlywed game. You throw a question or a topic out there. You write what the other person's answer is.
Okay.
You show them, and hopefully they're right. If not,
We're getting divorced.
are there any stakes? I guess if you win, I'll take you out to dinner. And if I win, you could take me out to dinner or whatever you want to do.
Oh my gosh. So literally what we do anyway.
If you got something better, I mean, I'm down for whatever.
I'm always
so.
down for food. You know what? If base here, how about we do this? Like the dinner thing works, but the winner gets to choose the place, right?
Okay.
So there you go. So you know how normally I'm like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there. Now you just don't make sure it's just not Chillax, okay? Because I don't want to ever go and eat somewhere called Chillax. Thank you.
It might be.
God, you can just go with Andy. All right.
All
Andy
right.
Hamilton will go with you.
First question on the newlywed game.
Okay.
What is your spouse's favorite band or singer?
You have so many. You have so many.
You got to go for the one you think is the not top, though.
All right. I'm going to use this one because I remember you talking about him with Dana. All right. So, ready? One.
Favorite band or singer?
Okay. I put Kurt Cobain for you.
Taylor Swift is who I got.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I like Taylor Swift.
Is it number one, though?
have a number one. I support everybody.
Well, you got to pick one.
All right, I guess I'll go with Taylor Swift. But I did listen to the anthology.
Okay. I think lately it is for sure.
Yeah.
I like Kurt Cobain. He's
Whenever you told Dana you were like all about Kurt Cobain.
lead singer Nirvana right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Not the top, though.
Who's the top?
Metallica.
Oh, well, I thought about that, but I just remembered you were talking about Kurt Cobain
I
with
like
Dana.
I like Nirvana
You guys
too.
were watching a whole documentary about it. So
Not bad.
Oh, goodness.
1-0, me.
All right. Cool.
Favorite movie of all time?
Again, well, you know what? I think I have an idea.
Okay.
I might have this one in the bag. The problem is with Jimmy and I is that I feel like you and I are pretty flexible though about stuff. Like we're like, oh, we like this, but we like this too, you know? So
it's hard to pick
do a
the
top.
number one.
Exactly.
All right. I think I got something here. All right. Go ahead.
All right. I put Die Hard for you.
Oh, that is a good one. Not sure if it's the top. I went with Legally Blonde.
Well, that is mine because you know I love.
Boom.
Well, because Legally Blonde is my motivational movie where she just tells everybody. My favorite is when she goes, tell Paulette and Paulette with Jennifer Coolidge. I mean, how can you not? I'm taking the dog, dumbass. Probably the best line in film history. Anyway, who is it? If
Die Hard's pretty good. I'd probably go with The Matrix over
Oh
Die
my
Hard.
God, I should have put The Matrix, but you were so hot on Die Hard again. See, these are things I am not pulling out of my ass. Like you were like, babe, Die Hard is the best movie.
It is
Why
the
haven't
best
you watched
movie
this
ever.
movie? And I finally watched it with you, and that because you know that's my impression of
Did
you.
you see the
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
John
I am
McClane.
not like it's not like I'm off. It's just that's what I'm saying. You always have a bunch of things to choose from, so it's hard to know the top.
That's all right. You're going to come back, I'm sure. It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
good. Die Hard was great, though. You loved it. It's the best Christmas movie ever.
I loved what's the name? The guy who played Carl Winslow from Family Matters. My favorite police officer ever. Warmed my heart completely.
I should have put Die Hard for your favorite movie now.
No, that you
Okay.
definitely shouldn't have, but that's okay.
Favorite athlete?
Oh my God. You have a bunch of these too. Let's see. Okay. This is probably not correct, but I just remember you were excited that we saw him in LA. Okay.
Go ahead.
LeBron James.
Incorrect. Jordan.
Well, I almost put Michael Jordan. I just remember you were excited about LeBron. That's what I'm trying to say. These are all recent things.
You're all close. You're like, you're close on all of them, but just not quite
Whatever.
there.
We're well-rounded.
I went
It's fine.
with Serena Williams.
I mean, I like her too, but I support all women athletes. But yeah,
Okay.
you know, I like Venus too. I support them all.
Do you have a top favorite?
I don't have a top favorite because I feel like athletics, all women. That's my top favorite. Because athletics, especially too, when you're breaking into being a woman in athletics, like I know it's very hard and very, you know, you have to be really dedicated. So I really respect anybody that can do that.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, yeah.
Killing
I have
it.
no athletic training. I can dance though. That's like my big thing that I can do. I was a theater girl, so yeah,
Pretty
Caitlin
good.
Clark, she's killing it. I'm very impressed. Remember, I was like, now I want to watch the WNBA because it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So
check it out.
yes,
All right. Next question. Who said I love you first?
me.
That is true.
We don't have to write that down.
All right. I'll give you a point on that one.
Yes. Okay. See, that's much more sentimental. Granted, it was on accident, but
Was it an accident or a Freudian slip?
oh boy. Well, I don't know if I can diagnose that. I don't know. Might have to take a look at the fish tank a little bit longer.
Yeah, it was. We were dating like a month or two, and then it came out, and you were like, "Oh, I don't know."
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, whoops. But yeah, that was at Christine's wedding.
I said it right
yeah.
back though, so it worked out.
I would like to also say that you said, don't worry. I was concerned.
You were a little concerned.
No, not really. If somebody didn't say it back, I'd be like, cool, well, fuck you. Just saying. Mhm.
Well, I'm glad I said it back, and you said it first, or whatever. But it worked out great.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty of the extrovert of this relationship, so I feel
That is true.
how to have it go down would have been, that way.
All right, moving on. Childhood celebrity crush of your
Oh,
spouse.
Of your spouse. Oh, well, I already know this. because
Do
I
you?
have a crush on her too. All right. And I know because you watched both documentaries with me. Let's see, ready? I said Britney Spears.
That is correct.
I was like, and now that I have my blonde hair, I'm sure it's living out his dream.
Went with Dr. Phil.
That's disgusting. That's not even funny. Why would you put that?
That's not right.
No, it is certainly not. Oh my God. I don't know. I just like
Mollie's hot for Dr. Phil.
disgusting. Literally not even funny. I'm like, now I just want to be celibate. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're doing good. I think it's 2-3.
See, I came back.
Coming back. Nickname that your spouse calls you.
I hate this question. I'm not even writing this down because mine is just babe. I'm not, or like sometimes I say Slim Jim just to annoy you, but it's fun. And then you call me Muffin Head, and I think it's the dumbest thing.
Muffin Head, everybody. It's a great
It's
nickname.
not a great nickname. No one understands it. It's just like how you have a nickname for Spencer that he didn't know about, but you have it's Spencer.
It's not like that at all.
No, you went, Spency and I are going to be and I said, oh, and so I went to the Spencer like a dumbass and went, oh, Spencer, I heard that Jimmy has a nickname for you, Spency. And he goes, I didn't know that he was saying that. And so literally, he's like, I love that he has a nickname for me that he only uses with you.
I think I might have said it once to you, but
I feel like it was more than once to me, but that's all right.
Maybe
Spency's gonna come work at the house. I'm like,
I'm just great at nicknames, you know.
yeah.
But Muffin Head is a daily nickname that you
I just
love.
don't get it. I don't love
great.
it. I don't want to be what a carbohydrate to be called. Like
Everybody likes muffins.
No,
You're sweet.
I don't want to have muffin energy. Like that is not a compliment at all. He wants to be like, oh, I want to be a badass. I don't want to be a muffin.
Badass muffin.
Oh God.
All right. Do you want to ask the last one? I'll give you a.
What's the not?
Anything you want.
Anything. So I have to come up with it. Favorite. Or you know what? Like dream place to travel to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one.
All right. What is it?
One with London.
Because I could meet a London boy like Taylor Swift. You know, that's a song.
I wouldn't like that to happen,
Well,
but
that's a song.
I guess that's a song.
She also sang "So Long, London." Well, my dream place to go to would actually be Greece, but yeah.
Okay.
But for Jimmy, I put Panama City Beach, Florida.
Been there a few times, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh, I was like, oh, Jim.
I'll give you a point for that one. I don't know if it's
All
the
right.
top of the.
But it's definitely
Yes, 21-year-old Jimmy. That's for sure.
I know. Trust me, I know. I'll give you a bong and a yep. I am aware. Very aware.
Well, I think we're tied 3-3 then. So
All right, great.
We'll just end it on a tie.
Equal partnership.
Yeah.
Welcome to marriage, baby. Yep. I got it.
All right. Well, that was a newlywed game. It's the only time we're going to be doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Great game. Thanks, Muffin Head.
Ew.
I love you.
Bye.
Speaking of traveling, we haven't gone on a honeymoon yet. We didn't go right away. We're talking about places to go. Thinking about Hawaii. Is that still the plan?
Well, I really want to go to the Lanai because your girl found out that there's this like Four Seasons there with a really cool view. And I want to go get dinner at the Four Seasons in Lanai.
The Golden Girls, isn't that where they were from?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Now that I think about it, because remember the ladies of Lanai is like they're big. Okay, see, well now we have to go to Lanai for the Golden Girls, the Four Seasons restaurant. Oh, here you can take the cards, sure. Yeah.
Well, check out Lanai. I don't know. Be cool to see a couple of the islands, like the Big Island, and you go over to the.
Well, I just don't want to go to the big one because I don't want to get too touristy. Like
I've never been.
I feel like Maui would be cool. Like I said, Lanai would be cool. You know, it's just like a whole. I don't know. I have to do some more research, but I was looking around. Really, just anywhere with a beach. I just I don't get why some people want a honeymoon in like, you know, cold weather and ski.
Yeah.
It's too cold for me. I just no, thank you.
I've never skied, so
Or
feel
going
like
to
you would just-
submersible. Why would we want to? Yeah, just no, thank you. I
we're
just
definitely not going into submersible.
I
That did
know,
not
but you know what I'm
end
saying?
well.
Like, if I'm going on an
Yeah.
adventure, I just want to be on a beach.
I want to go to Hawaii too, but I got a few options.
Oh God.
You know, just backups. There's always Branson.
Goodbye.
It's close.
I'm out. I'm so out of here.
Silver Dollar City.
No.
You can see a show. They got country jamboree shows.
I went when I was in dance competitions. I went to the Black Bear Jamboree and I saw the animatronics. I've already seen it, babe.
It's an option.
Been there, done that.
They probably got meth.
Oh, well, that's a seller. Thank you.
Daytona Beach in February for the best NASCAR race ever, Daytona 500.
So again, when I said, yeah, my joke with Jimmy is I would say, you should see with Andy Hamilton. Just go with Andy. Just literally take Andy. I don't want to go to these things.
All right.
That's why when I bought your birthday gift was to, what was it, Monster Trucks?
Yeah.
And your dad, my father-in-law, kept being like, I just feel bad. I feel like I'm taking your spot. I said, Gary, this is exactly why I bought these tickets. So that way Jimmy could go with someone else. That is not me.
Molly doesn't like to do anything cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll shoot for Hawaii, and then Branson and Daytona Beach will be in the backups.
No thanks.
Got a segment for you.
Okay.
Haven't done this one yet. It's called 3 Wishes.
Okay.
So basically, you'll say 3 wishes that you have that are kind of minor niceties. It's not like, I wish I had unlimited money, or I wish I could live forever. It's like, you know, something smaller. So I'll get it started here.
Okay.
I wish that I had socks that were all the same. So that when you go to fold them, you don't have to match them up. You just put them all, they're all the same.
There you go. Okay.
You know, I could probably get this done if I just threw all my socks away and then bought like $300 worth of socks. But
Well, socks are a hard commodity to find. Like, as much as I, go, hey, I want to see the Four Seasons of the Lanai, your girl is still simple where, like, you just
No.
got to have some socks, man.
it'd be nice, though. You wouldn't have to match them up. You could do laundry faster. So that's my first one.
Okay. Cool. Very intriguing.
You got
Falling
any?
off the edge of my seat.
Minor niceties.
So here's the thing. You know what I wish is, I love pizza. I'm a pizza girl. Like, I remember one time, this is, again, so, anybody can say anything about me, but Jimmy, there was like one night I was like, I'm going to say, hey, let's get some pizza and beer, even though I don't drink beer, but we can just like, hang out. And Jimmy's like, oh no, I don't want to go to a chain restaurant or something.
I did. That doesn't sound right. I think maybe I had pizza for lunch or something.
Well,
but I
here's
don't
my
think it was
thing.
them.
I wish I could have unlimited pizza without gaining any weight. Like, I feel like pizza has to be a reward with me now in my 30s. And when I went to New York for those 4 days in April, or end of March, early April, I loved it because I went to Andiamo Pizza, and there's just something right up the street from where the hotel I was staying at. And there's just something about just like folding over a slice of pizza. And then the guy who was running it, he was like, this is an Italian recipe. We've had it in our family for 75 years. And it was lasagna pizza, where they just like put the lasagna toppings or what, I can't even describe it, but it was so good. I just like ate it in bed and I watched TV.
Lasagna pizza.
Yeah. So I
don't
just
think
wish
I've
I
had
could have
that,
unlimited
but
pizza
that's
without
a good
like
one.
getting diabetes.
That's a good one. My next one is just to never having to clean again.
Oh.
So you don't have to clean your house. You don't have to clean your car. Somebody just does it, or it just doesn't get dirty somehow.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
I feel like you do complain a lot about having to clean.
I just don't like it. It's
I
not
know.
that hard, but it's
I
kind
can
of a pain in the
tell.
ass. That's enough. So whatever. But that's my next one. Do you got another one?
Do I have another one? Okay. My other wish is that I like something pretty simple. I wish that my hair always had volume, because I hate, not that this is a problem for you, because like when Jimmy has to gel his hair down so that way it's not just like so poofy, but for me, I feel like your hair can get so flat, and I just wish I always had that constant volume where I just looked like I had windblown hair 24/7.
It's not loud enough.
What do you mean?
Volume. We'll move on. My third wish is that we had a butler.
Oh, goodbye. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody that preferably has an English accent. It could also be an Alfred type butler.
Oh,
Maybe his name's Chadsworth or something like.
Chadsworth?
That's a pretty cool butler name, don't you think?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, this is not Clue. We're not in the movie. Don't you always know too that everybody always gets murdered by the butler?
No, they
It's
don't.
like, yes,
That's
they
just
do.
only
It was
in
the
Clue.
butler in the room, in the billiard room with the candlestick or whatever. I don't need a butler. I don't want to get murdered.
It's
No.
pretty Clue specific, I think. But
No,
you know,
I don't.
this butler doesn't murder too. That's in there.
I'm just
But he
saying.
cleans everything. He cooks. He does it all, and he helps me
And
out.
he murders.
He doesn't murder.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Especially when he gets angry at us for something that goes wrong or he's done cleaning after you. He's going to be like, this guy, murder. Yeah, no thanks.
Chadsworth's getting paid well. He's doing great.
Chatsworth. Because, like, don't tell Spencer. He might be getting more of a pay rate than Spencer as our, construction worker.
Mm-hmm.
Or Spencer.
So, yeah, those are my three. Do you got a third?
I got oh, that's right. I didn't say a third. Ooh. I wish that I was naturally born a DJ. I really wish I could DJ like Paris Hilton, who I just like adore.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. I really am just like
She's
loving.
a DJ now?
She's a DJ and her husband like dances with her up on stage. She's got these cute little kids now and she's protesting for, children's rights at these like schools. Remember I told you about how those schools are, they're processed and they're supposed to like help troubled teens, but they don't at all. It's just like a money-making scheme. And she's like protesting against that. And I'm like, I just want to be cute and a DJ and just be awesome. Like, it's just fun.
All right.
Yeah.
A DJ like the best DJ ever, Paris
I mean,
Hilton.
there's all that.
apparently.
I could be like James Kennedy from Vanderpump Rules too. He's having a
I don't-
grand old time.
Sure, I don't
love
care
it.
for him as well, but
Well, I love him. So yeah.
more
He
like a
was-
DJ Khaled or
I mean, well, is he like a DJ though?
I think
DJ
he makes the
Khaled?
beats. or
Maybe he
whatever,
makes the beats,
so.
but I've just never seen him on a turntable. I wish I had that natural ability to. I mean, I guess I could teach myself. Maybe I should go take some lessons. This
If
is
Paris Hilton
inspiring.
could do it, I'm sure you can do it.
Well, I just think she's adorable. Like, there's also this TikToker. It's like I think she calls herself Malibu Barbie, but she incorporates all these different songs to, match together. Excuse me, that's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
So yeah, and so I follow her, and she will take like some of our old school pop and put it together. And I'm like, oh, I wish I just had that in mind. Or I'm like, this song should just weave together with this song. So
It's a good wish. I'll take it. That was 3 wishes, everybody. New segment. I got to get some new socks, and Molly's going to be a DJ.
Cool.
But, yeah, anything else you want to talk about? You want to let everybody know where they can find you, what your social media is?
Well, you can find me at in the walls of our house trying to
Yeah.
get things fixed. No, social media wise, you can find me at Mollie Amburgey, Mollie with an IE, because those ones with the Y, you just can't trust them. And then, you can find me on that. You can also look up the Casually Mollie podcast. There's going to be an episode coming out pretty soon with local comedian Emily Zell. So I'm really excited. But I also interview a lot of other people that come through to the comedy clubs or just are willing to talk to me, which is great. Some musicians too. And I really like it. So I'm hoping to do more now that we're a little bit more settled after our wedding and whatnot. And then, that's pretty much it. I have shows coming up. They'll be on my website, mollyjamburgey.com, baby.
Cool. Well, make sure you check her out, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. See, all that, beforehand, I was like, here's what I'll tell you guys. Beforehand, I was in traffic and I didn't think I was going to get here. And it was raining. I was just like, oh man, I got to rise above because Jimmy's expecting me to be a fun guest. And then you were having technical problems, but look at us.
It all worked out.
Just like marriage, we figured it out. So.
Thanks for being here, babe. I love
I
you.
love you too. Thanks for having me.
Mollie Amburgey Day, everybody. Thanks for listening
Bye.
to Back of the Room.